Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little day in my life. I woke up so early today at 7 AM because I was stressed that I was going to miss the very important delivery of my dining table. So yeah, I woke up, did my skincare and then had a hydrating water. The last month or so, I've literally not had a dining table and it's been so humbling. But my dining table finally got delivered this morning at 8 AM, which was really early. Of course, the first thing I'm going to do is give Willow her breakfast. And I also made myself an avocado toast, which was so yummy. I don't really have any solid plans for the day. It's just a chill, relaxing, but productive day. And I'm just so glad I finally have a dining table. It was so uncomfortable eating on the sofa and just like stood up. Quite embarrassing. I actually ordered this table quite a few weeks ago and it got delivered the next week, which was great. But when I unboxed it, it didn't have the bolts. So I couldn't put the legs on the table. So I called the company and they were like, we're just gonna send you a replacement. So I was like, okay, cool. And it literally took them 2 weeks to send the new table. So yeah, it's been frustrating to say the least, but I'm so glad I finally have a table. Okay, so here's how the table looks. I do really like the legs. I think they match the chairs really well, but I'm not the biggest fan of the tabletop. It just really does not match the quality of the antique chairs. So I found this tablecloth that I think I'm gonna get, and it's 100% cotton and it's got some really pretty details on it, so I think it will just, I don't know if you can kind of get the vibe but I think it'd look really cute with this instead of the wooden tabletop, and that way you'll still see the legs on the dining table, just not the top. So I have these 2 returns to do first, so I'm gonna go to the post office and then I'm gonna go and find the flowers for my cute little flower vase. The best thing you can do when you get flowers is to take the leaves off. I like to take all of them off and maybe leave just a couple at the very top. But the key is to just not have any leaves touching the water, because this will make it moldy and therefore your flowers will die quite quickly. And then I cut the stems diagonally. I really don't know if this makes a difference to the water intake of the flower, but maybe it does make a difference, or maybe it doesn't, but either way, I still do it. I did get a few broken stems in this one, so I cut the buds off, even though they were really short, and I put them in this little glass jar, so hopefully they still bloom, and I'll just keep them on my kitchen counter so it still look cute. Okay, I've recently done a bit of laundry, so my drawer is not looking the best because some tops are missing. So I'm going to show you how I fold this drawer. My other drawer isn't too bad. Yeah, I'm only missing a jumper there. But yeah, it's so cute. I do really love how I fold my drawers. Okay, so here's the clothes freshly dried that we're going to be folding. So I'm going to start with jeans just because it's really straightforward. So first I'm just going to line up the bottom of the jean and I start ironing that. I do iron all my clothes, which a lot of people find extreme, but I think it's worth it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but look at the difference from this to this. It just, I don't know, it just makes it look so much nicer. Now I'm just doing the other leg. And now I'm just going to fold them in half and make sure it's all straight. and then fold it in half again. I like to tuck this part in because sometimes it pokes out and it doesn't look as neat, and then I just fold it again. And that is how I fold my jeans. So this can now go in the drawer like this and it will stay up. So yeah, that's jeans done. Now I'm gonna do a simple t-shirt. This also needs to be ironed. Okay, so again, you just flatten it out. These are really straightforward. You literally just fold it how you would a normal t-shirt. Like that. And then instead of just doing half like that, you're just gonna fold it like this. And that is how I fold a t-shirt. And it goes in the drawer like this. Sometimes a top will have a specific detail or something that I want to show, so I'll fold it a little bit weirdly so that it's visible, like that. So when that's in the drawer, you'll see the detail. And then if I just put this one on top, so it will look like that. Tops are really easy. I just like to fold in the straps first so that they're out of the way, and then you just do the same. You fold it in and then I just fold it once over like that, and you've got the same look. So here's how all three look together, and it's just really cute and neat and tidy and perfect. So yeah, that is how I fold my clothes, and that's the finished look. Okay, I've just quickly changed because I managed to book the 5:30's Pilates class, and it takes like half an hour to get there, or like 25 minutes. So I have time to make a matcha, and I'm going to teach you guys how to make the perfect matcha, and then I'll go to Pilates. Okay, so first of all, you really do need a matcha whisk. I know lots of people say you can just use an electric whisk, but honestly, it's just not the same. I personally like my matcha sweet, so I use honey. And finally, you need your matcha. This is the most incredible, amazing, delicious matcha I've ever had in my life. I'm going to show you how green it is inside. So your matcha should be a stunning, bright, vibrant green like this. If it's not this colour, it's just not a good quality matcha and it's not going to be as nice. I stopped filming by accident, but basically I was just saying that I was going to make the cold whisk matcha because I don't really like watering down my matcha with boiling water. So I've already put a spoon of matcha into the bowl with some cold milk, and now with my matcha whisk I'm just going to start mixing in the powder. So I do these in like a W shape, like zigzags up and down. Okay, so now that the matcha is nearly ready, I'm just going to put in my honey, and then I just whisk that in as well. Okay, now that's done, I'm going to add some ice into our cup, and then milk, and now finally our matcha. I also like to pour some milk into my mixing bowl again, just so I can get every last drop because it's expensive. And then I just give it a little twirl. And I pour that in. I'm wearing my lululemon BBL jacket because I think it's gonna get a bit cold. And my matcha looks gorgeous. I'm gonna finish it quickly and then I'm going straight to Pilates. Just got home and I'm honestly so hungry, so I'm gonna make dinner right away. I'm gonna make spaghetti with mussels. I am the worst at getting the portions right, so I really don't know how much to put in here. I think maybe, oh, is that too much? No, that's too little. Great. This is either going to be way too much food or not enough. That looks really gross, but it's honestly so yummy. I'm not really sure if this was enough pasta, but now that it's cooking, I feel like it could be a good portion. Okay, pasta's ready. Okay, I've added the pasta into here. I think it's ready. It is very little pasta, but I don't know, I think with the mushrooms this should be fine. Cheese and water.